You are now listening to MrGentleman Lifestyle Podcast presents a conversation about music podcast. Chew! Yes, welcome back, everybody. Welcome back. And y'all already know this is the second episode of a conversation about music podcast, the spin-off show of MrGentleman Lifestyle Podcast. And we got our guest. She was on the show before, I believe episode 65. And we're back because she got a new song to play for us today. So we'll talk about her music journey. And Hazel, welcome back to the show.
Hi, thanks for having me again.
Yes, and welcome back. And how you doing?
Yeah, I'm doing really well, thanks. Really great at the moment, yeah.
Okay, good. So for those that missed the first interview, let the viewers know where are you from again?
I'm from Birmingham in the United Kingdom.
Okay, nice. So we're gonna dive right into the music topic. So which artist or type of music that you are listening to growing up, and why? And how do you feel about the current state of music today?
Okay, so when I was growing up, I listened to a wide range of music. I listened to things like R&B, dance, 80s music, Cat Stevens, Drew Hill, things like that, and lots of variation of music. I used to love music as I was growing up. I was really obsessed with it. And I think the music today, some of it is good, but some of it, I don't know if it's just me, but I find some of it lacks meaning and substance. Not all of it, but just some of it. And I find some of the music that's out at the moment is really short as well. I've noticed some tracks are really quite short, but other than that, I do like some of today's music. But I think back in the day, it was a lot better.
Yes, and I definitely agree. I feel like back in the day we had more artists who express their feelings. But today we don't got as much as that today. But I do agree with you. Too. I feel like
I think back in the day, the music had substance. People talked about things, and it made sense. Like now, I think people just, I don't know. It doesn't make sense to me. Some of it, I'm like, they're just talking about rubbish.
Yeah. And I definitely agree with you. I feel like it's more like the love for it not as much there as it was back in the day. I feel like it's more like I get to do it for the money, like you can say. That seems more like So what inspired you to make music, and what can the audience look for while listening to your music?
Okay, so what really inspired me was just the fact that everything I went through in my life, all my life experiences, even all the bad things that happened to me, led me to make my music, because it really, I really became closer to God, and I felt like it was my calling in a way. I felt like God wanted me to share all the bad things that happened to me with other people, to help them through the same experiences, or to just teach people from what I went through. And did you say what can people expect from my music?
Yes.
Okay, so people can expect my music to be never from one genre. So I will never stick to one type of music, because I've got a varied taste in music. Each track will be slightly different. So I'd say my taste in music is eclectic. I don't know how you say it. It's eclectic. I think that's how you say it.
Electric. I think.
Not electric. It says ECLECTIC. So that, I think that means someone who likes every type of music. It's a special word. So I think my music will reflect that, because it won't just be R&B. It won't just be soul. It will just be one thump, whatever I feel like doing.
Yeah. And I did hear your music before. And you do an amazing job right now. And I know the listeners will enjoy your music as well. But for those that missed the first interview, we spoke about this a little bit. You know, your first single, Out in My Mind. So for those that missed it, tell us about the process behind that song and what that song about and what inspired you to make that song.
Okay, Out in Mind is all about my battle with psychosis, which is a mental illness in which people hear voices, and it's about how I overcame this, and with my faith in God, and obviously taking my medication helped as well, but it's about how I overcame this. And where I am with the song, I did a promotion on it and I got about 77,000 streams from the promotion, and the streams are still ongoing. And I just feel like I was inspired by God, and I feel like I was supposed to share my story and my journey with the world to help people who might be suffering in silence when they're going through mental health problems. So that was my inspiration, really, to like share my story, share all my bad experiences to make something positive out of it.
Okay, nice. And I want to say this, like, a lot of people were inspired by your interviews, your first interview on the show, and they're inspired by the song. So I just want to say thank you for sharing your story the first time. And you got a lot of positive reviews about your song and your interview. So I just want to let you know about that.
Oh, thank you. Thanks so much.
All right. So now my question for you is: are you planning a full album or LP, EP about with your songs? Is that the next step for you?
I was thinking that. I did discuss that with my producer, but my producer reckons it's best for me to just release singles at the moment. I have got quite a few songs which could in the end make an album, but he reckons I should make singles. So I'm on the fence. I don't know what you think, whether you think I should make an album or whether you think I should just release singles. Do you have any advice? Because I'm really unsure.
I think you're doing I think you're going the right route. Putting out the singles, but I do think you should make an album like down the line though. But when you do, I am looking forward to the project. I will bring it back definitely when you bring the album out.
Oh, thank you. Thanks.
So since the last time we spoke about the pandemic the last time.
Yeah.
And what's going on in the UK. So I want to know what the update that's going on in the UK right now. Like what the update what's going on.
Okay, so in the UK right now, all restrictions are lifted. So you don't have to wear a mask by law, even though some organisations might still say we prefer you to wear a mask, but the law says we don't have to wear a mask wherever we go. All the economy is open again. Nightclubs are open. Everything, back and running. There's still a little bit of a dilemma about travel, because one minute the government are saying some countries are like amber list or green list and they're safe to go, and some countries you have to quarantine when you come back. So that they're a bit umming and ahhing about that, but other than that, it's really brilliant now. You can just go to the local shop and you don't have to worry about wearing your mask, and it's just really good. And obviously on the Saturday I celebrated my birthday, which is my 40th birthday. Nice. We went out. We went out to clubs and we went out for drinks, and it was just really cool because that's the first time the clubs have been open again properly. So it was quite good, yeah.
Okay, nice. And I just want to say happy belated birthday to you.
Oh, thank you.
Doing amazing things. That's dope. All right, so since the last time, any new projects since the last time you was here?
So other than Life Path, which has been released, I have got another track which I'm going to be releasing soon. I don't want to give too much away about that, but I have got something else which is going to be coming out. And basically, I'll just tell you a little bit about it. It's just about how I escaped an abusive relationship. So again, it's something that was a bad situation, but obviously it can help some people who are going through that, and it can show people that you can come out the other side and make a success out of your life. So that's the next upcoming thing, which is what my song's about.
Okay, nice. Looking forward to that.
Great.
All right. So, what do you have to say for anybody going to send out to all artists that want to put out music? What do you have to say to them? Wait.
Okay. So, no matter what, even if no one believes in you, people don't believe in you, always remember God believes in you. So even if you've got no one in physical form on this earth who is believing in you, God has always got your back. If God's told you to do something, or you've received a calling, or you know you're supposed to inspire people, don't listen to what anyone else says, and don't listen to anyone. It doesn't matter how old you are, as long as your message is truthful and you're talking sense and you're talking about things which are going to inspire people and help people grow, then you're never too old to start.
Yes, and anything is possible. And that is amazing. All right, so we're gonna play a little game. We're gonna play a little game called "How do you feel about this artist?" I say it called "How do you feel about this artist?" So
Okay.
I'm asking 5 artists, and you told me how you feel about them.
Okay.
All right, are you ready?
Yeah.
All right, Mariah Carey.
Okay, so Mariah Carey's a diva, but I did grow up listening to her music in the I think it was the 90s, yeah. And I grew up, and she was a big part of my growing up when I was at college. So I do like her. I did like her music in the 90s and the early 2000s, yeah.
Okay, nice. Madonna.
Madonna was good in the 80s. I didn't really like a lot of her stuff in the 90s, but I liked no, actually I did. I liked some of the early 90s music and 80s music.
Okay, nice. Janet Jackson.
Yeah, Janet Jackson was good all round. I did enjoy her music, so yeah, she's good.
All right, Prince.
Prince was good, yeah. Loved his tracks, loved his music.
All right, and last but not least, Michael Jackson.
Well, Michael Jackson was, one of the greatest artists ever, and truly inspirational. I really enjoyed his music, really did.
Yes, agree. All right, so before you go, like I promised at the early episode, you got your new single, Light Path.
Yeah.
So tell us about Light Path, how the process it was about, and everything about the song.
Okay, so Life Path is all about when life is uncertain and you don't know how it's going to map out and you don't know what route to take. And it's about, in life, there might be one person in the physical world, like a human being. There might be one person like that who believes in you and who's always got your back. But if you haven't got that, there's always God that believes in you. So in the song, I talk about, like, you were the only one who believed in me. And I was talking about that because in the physical realm, like this physical world, it was my daughter was the one who always had my back. Even though she's only little, she always had my back, always believed in me. And if I didn't have her, it would be God who believed in me. So what the song is trying to say is that there is always that one person who, against all odds, believes in you. That person can either be, physical person in this world, or it can be God. But either or, you've always got that one person who believes in you. And God is a spiritual aspect who believes in you. And even when no one else does, there's always someone who's got your back. Either someone or God's got your back. But yeah, basically that's what the song's about.
All right, good message. And I heard Light Path, and I think that's a really dope song. It's dope. I really like it, and it had me jamming. I really like Light Path.
Oh, and thank you so much.
Yes, and thank you, Hazel, again for coming on the show. Telling me your music journey. I know you're about to do amazing things, and thank you for coming on the show again.
Yeah, hopefully when my next single's out, the one about domestic abuse, maybe we can speak again in the future, but that'll be really good. Yeah, so looking forward to that.
Yeah, I'm definitely gonna bring you back. So we already know what I need you to do now is drop your social media where everybody can reach you, and also where they can listen to your music.
Okay, so my music's on all online platforms like Amazon, Spotify, YouTube, and it's under Hazel Eyed Rose. So, I mean, are you going to add my links to
the show notes? Yes, I am. Yes, all the links is on the show notes already. Yes.
Yeah, so they'll all be on there. It's Hazel Eyed Rose, but obviously there's on Instagram there's some underscores, and on the other ones there's some like little dashes. So if you've got them all written down on your side, they can follow the links from there.
Yes. And once again, check out Life Path, y'all, and I'll be right back. You are now listening to MrGentleman Lifestyle Podcast Season 4. Chill!